Good morning and Jai Hind. In this video, we are going to study a story from our RFP book, Opening Moves. This story is written by Priti Nandwani. Raman Dikshit saw a 9-year-old Rohit holding a ball in his hand and laughing. Having shifted recently to the school in Lucknow, Raman taught English but was not making much headway. The students were troublemakers, and many of them came from troubled families from nearby slums. The parents of many of them had criminal background. It was also known that some of the students themselves were part-time petty criminals. 9-year-old Rana pointed to the chess set that Raman was carrying and asked, "What is that, sir?" This is a chess set. Today we will talk about chess. Opened the chess set and laid out the pieces. He wrote the English name of each piece on the blackboard and said, "Chess is a war game, but it's not a muscle tussle. It's a mind game." He glared at two children whose fight he had just broken. "If you want to learn chess, see me after school." At 3 o'clock, the class prime chief mischief makers walked in. The boys sat down and listened to him intently, not even looking up from the chessboard as he explained the basics of the game and described the importance of controlling the center of the board. At the end of the session, the children were excited. Rana said, "Wow, we are also chess players now." "Well, not really. You just know how the pieces move," Raman corrected him. The next day, more children attended his session. As the group expanded, Raman started giving up his free time for the children. He was always there to teach them the basics and supervise their game. Then, one Saturday night, Raman crammed them all into the bolero and took them to a chess club. The angry club The angry club owner shouted, "Get those slum heads out of here." Rana stepped out and said, "Sir, we are here to compete. Will you play with us?" The man was a reasonably good player. He was no champion, but he reasoned that if he didn't play with the boy, he would be called a coward. So he agreed. The game began. Rahul was in trouble, but he wasn't worried. In 2 moves, he checkmated his opponent. The man was shocked. From then on, the students were allowed to come to the chess club whenever they wanted and were promised that no one would shoo them away. Soon, Raman considered entering the students for the inter-school chess championship. So, taking a huge risk, Raman entered the students into the championship anyway. For the championship, they needed uniform and the name for their team. He thought a lot and finally came up with the name Royal Knights. He decided on the name because chess was a royal game and the knights represented gentlemen warriors. He ordered a dozen blue t-shirts with the team's name on them. At the championship, Rana won a gold medal in the individual category and another teammate topped 7th grader. Everyone was happy. They had represented their school at different levels and had also won prizes. The next day, the headline of the local newspaper read Royal Knights win hearts. The boys felt like celebrities. One day, when the boys were playing chess at the club under Raman's supervision, a rich man named Jahangir Khan approached Raman. He agreed to bear all the expenses for the next 3 months. Raman not only worked hard on his boys and their chess game but also their grooming. At the tournament, in a nail biting finish, Rahul recovered remarkably and came from behind to win the match. Very few schools competed at the national level. It was tough as hell, but Raman convinced the principal this time and took his boys to the national championship. They didn't win the championship but made a good name for themselves. The mission was successful. 5 years later, Raman and Knights were on the train, returning from a championship event. Gold medals hung from their necks. Mukesh, the quieter of the boys, was writing his journal. Raman sat beside him and asked, "Do you want to become a writer?" "Yes, sir. And my first book will be about the teacher who changed our lives." Thank you.